Now in Nightside, a vigil in Medical Lake for the 11-year-old girl killed in a murder-suicide. We were there to hear what those who loved her had to say.
Light snow is moving through the region right now for a tricky morning commute, and this is just the beginning. It's a first alert weather day in your first alert forecast.
And we flipped the switch to hundreds of thousands of lights at Cowley Park, the big reveal for the kids at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. You're watching 4 News Now Nightside. Thanks so much for staying up with us. I'm Derek Dice. It's been less than a week since an 11-year-old Medical Lake girl, Lily Stolworthy, died near her home in a suspected domestic violence incident. Tonight, despite the cold weather, community members gathered to celebrate her life together. Peter Choi shares what they had to say about this little girl taken far too soon.
Well, it was a very emotional night here in Medical Lake. Many people were sharing their favorite memories of Lily Stolworthy. I spoke with her friend tonight, and she tells me she still can't believe her best friend is forever gone. Lighting candles one by one, it's brightening up a cold, dark evening.
She was a really sweet girl. She was really funny, and she liked sunsets and car rides.
Ariana Ramson has been Lily's best friend since kindergarten.
She was sitting on the couch and she just started saying a whole bunch of funny stuff.
Lily was always there for her.
She was always the person that I could turn to, and like the person that I knew was there for me, and like we had been best friends for so long it didn't feel real.
Visual organizer Natasha Hargrave says the incident hits you different, especially as a parent.
It's crazy how hard it hits you, even though she's not my kid. She was one of my kids that would come to my house with my daughter. She got treated just like my kids, you know, and it's hard.
Whether or not you know Lily, community members showed up to support one another.
It just shows the tightness of this family community, because Medical Lake is a family.
Everyone needs a little bit of hope by hugging and crying together.
Hug your kids. You never know what's going to happen. Tell them you love them every single day.
Sending a message to Lily one last time until they see each other again.
I would tell her that I love her and that she's the best person in my life, and I would thank her for everything.
In Medical Lake, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
I had a lot of motion there tonight in Medical Lake. Our team of weather experts have declared tomorrow a weather alert day because of all this stuff coming in on the radar.
Yes, I just looked out the door here at 4 News Now, and I had to look into the light to see the snow. It's very, very light, but I could see some snowflakes coming down. Light snow moving into Spokane right now, down into Pullman as well. Let's zoom in a little bit around the Pullman area. It's also starting to see the first flurries into the Moscow area of the evening, with more steady precipitation off to the west up around the Spokane area. We've been watching this band of precipitation moving across Lincoln County and into Spokane County, and we do have that light snow in progress in Spokane. The snowfall totals between now and early tomorrow morning when we head out the door are not going to be especially impressive. At the most, 1.5 inches at Hayden. Here's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, 1 inch in Coeur d'Alene. In general, less than 1 inch around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. But then with the next round of snow that's coming in the afternoon, right now, with this latest computer model runs, we're seeing some of the heavier totals in the Spokane area. A little over 2 inches in Spokane, almost 2 inches in downtown. Meanwhile, 1 inch and 8/10 in Coeur d'Alene, 3 inches in Hayden. There's another round of snow then coming behind this one. Here's 6 o'clock Friday night. That arrives late Friday evening and into Saturday, and that will add even more snow to our totals. In the meantime, this is what we are tracking. Tomorrow is a first alert weather alert day because of the snow and the timing of the snow. It is not especially heavy snow, but it's coming right in time for the morning commute, and many of us have not had a lot of time on the snow yet this season. And another round just in time for the after school and evening commute for Saturday morning snow, and that's when things really go downhill on our passes, particularly the Cascade passes, where we're talking about snow in the 3 to 4 foot range. And on Sunday, we'll be warming and melting with rain on the way next week. I will go over all of this and share some of the snowfall totals we're expecting over Snoqualmie and Lookout Pass in just a few minutes. Derek.
Well, with the flip of a switch, Mark Peterson and all the Extreme Team volunteers lit up Cowley Park tonight for Making Spirits Bright. Mark explains how 4 days of work and months of planning all came together.
Another successful year of Making Spirits Bright in Cowley Park. We're going to continue to see a lot of changes over the years, but I got to tell you, this year we did some very cool things. First of all, the gingerbread house turned out amazing. The lights are bright. We just absolutely love it. We were out of the design process, and we love the surprises. Also, the special tree dedicated to those affected with breast cancer and dedicated to Pamela Wilmering. It turned out absolutely beautiful, and we hope that it brings the hope and a smile or a memory to those who walk by it. In fact, we hope the whole park brings about that spirit of hope. And at this Christmas time, we all need a little bit of hope. And of course, for the children at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital, we hope they smile when they look down upon it. I hope you enjoy it. Please drive by. Let us know if you take a selfie. # Making Spirits Bright. With the Extreme Team, I'm Mark Peterson. Thank you.
Well, the Freeman community is pressing for head football coach Ben Cochran to be reinstated after the school board voted last night not to renew his contract for next season. That decision was made before a packed school board meeting last night. Cochran has led the Scotties to 3 consecutive state tournament appearances, and parents we spoke to call him an excellent role model. The decision not to renew his contract came as a shock to many, including Cochran. We reached out to the coach about his initial reaction to hearing the news. He told us he was in shock and blindsided by the school board's move, later saying, quote, "We've worked very hard to create this culture, and it's so sad how it can be gone in the blink of an eye." The community is pressing for transparency as to why this decision was made and for Cochran to be reinstated as head coach.
They made the wrong decision, and we're adamant about that based on our thorough review. Bring the coach back, and let's move forward and show these kids what humans can do in conflict.
And we asked Coach Cochran if he plans to appeal this decision. He said he has no comment. All right, the Seahawks were hoping to bounce back after a disappointing showing against the 49ers on Thanksgiving. Seattle hit the road to take on the Dallas Cowboys tonight. Sports director Julian Minnesota is in studio with us now. And Julian, Seattle really needed this win to keep pace, I should say, in the NFC playoff picture.
Yeah, the Seahawks came into this one hanging on to that final NFC wildcard spot, or one of the final ones at least. A loss would make it 3 straight for Seattle. Tonight's game against the Cowboys went down to the wire. It was an absolute thriller. Fourth quarter, trailing by 6. Geno Smith trying to lead the charge downfield. Smith was pressured at the line of scrimmage. Seattle's first loss under Pete Carroll when they score at least 35 points. The Seahawks have now dropped 3 straight games. And coming up later in sports, what this loss means for the playoff race for the Seahawks coming down the line. Live in the studio, Julian Minnesota, 4 News Now Sports.
All right, Julian, thank you. A former Pasco police officer is being retried for the murder of a Spokane woman over 3 decades ago. Richard Aguirre is accused of killing Ruby Das, a former sex worker, in 1986. Aguirre waived his right to a jury trial late last month. Judge Jeremy Schmidt will decide the case. The defense argued that evidence points to someone other than Aguirre. Aguirre's attorney said Robert Lee, a pimp who was mad at Das, had motive to kill her. A detective on the case said Lee's name did come up as a person of interest, but evidence showed otherwise. The defense also argued shoe prints found at the crime scene weren't the same size as Aguirre's, but the prosecution had issues with how those prints were measured.
It kind of documents the shoe impression, but you wouldn't be able to enlarge it to the actual size because the ruler is not on the same plane as the shoe impression.
After looking at a diagram of the crime scene, the forensic tech also said the used condom found was separate from where Das's clothes were. Trial is set to resume on Monday morning. Well, it's a season of giving, and one Spokane salon is stepping up to spread some holiday cheer to people who lost everything in recent wildfires. Des Soleil Salon and Spa is hosting a holiday drive, and it's accepting donations now through December 6th. It started as a holiday decor drive, but now they're switching gears and asking for Christmas gifts, gently used clothes, warm winter gear, bottles of water, and tools. Jennifer Lee, the owner of the salon, says she hopes the people who were impacted by the fires know their community hasn't forgotten about them.
It gave them a sense of purpose and a sense of dignity, and a little bit of love, and I think love goes a long way. In fact, that's our tagline, spreading love like wildfire. We're stronger together. It's the together drive, and the community wants to help. Nobody knows how to do it, and I want the community to know that this is a great way to start.
Drop-off locations include the Core Institute, Spokane Community College, Northwood Middle School, and at the Salon. People impacted by the fires will then be able to pick from those donations for free on December 8th and 9th at Northwood Middle School. We have more information on the donation drive on KXLY.com. Well, new on Nightside, scientists at the University of California, Irvine are studying why wildfires have become so intense over the last decade. They say it's down to climate change and land management. Their research found the majority of damage comes from small embers that can travel miles out ahead of the main fire. Now they're studying the behavior of embers to understand and predict how and when they could ignite homes, helping city planners, firefighters, and homeowners protect themselves. Casey Awiyagi owns a landscaping business that specializes in fire protection.
Ideally, the strategy is that the ember lands into a hydrated green plant and that it loses its fuel before it attaches to something that's combustible on the house.
And she has a couple of tips on how to protect your house from wildfires. Leave 5 feet of gravel or concrete as a buffer around your house and use plants that are native to your area. She also says wide open is not the way to go.
And if we have all open space with gravel all the way to the home, it actually creates ember bowling alleys that just invite embers to roll in all the way to the home.
Well, new changes that are coming to the federal student aid program and why a mother and son from Arkansas are taking on the video game industry in court. It's all coming up here on Nightside.
Pick of the night tonight is from Cindy Durkin. She was out for a cold early morning run on Thursday and captured this image in Riverfront Park and the Spokane River with the fog. I love it. Thank you so much, Cindy, for sharing that photo with us. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on Rogue, plus get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on popular models. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
Hey there, everybody. It's me, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yes.
Expect the unexpected.
And I've never seen you in the club till it closed.
Well, I beg to differ. In fact, I even have a tattoo on my leg.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
Hi, I'm Michelle with APH Buys Homes, and we buy houses for cash. We're local home buyers who help homeowners in difficult situations get paid fast. Inherited houses, foreclosures, family disputes, rented or vacant, even nicer homes you just can't keep up with. We buy them all. So before you call anyone else, give us a call for a free cash offer. Just call 509-818-1800. That's 509-818-1800.
If you're looking for a new Tundra or Tacoma truck, Findlay Downtown Toyota has over 70 in stock and ready to go. And if you're looking for a new RAV4, Highlander, or a Toyota 4Runner, we have over 100 in stock with great financing options. And if you're looking for a quality used vehicle, we've got a whole city block full of fantastic choices that come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. So if you're looking for a great selection at a great price, you can find it at Findlay.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
As that snow starts to blow in, the DOT wants to remind you to give their plows plenty of space. Remember, the speed limit on I-90 may be 60 miles per hour, but the plows will be going about 35 in order to effectively treat the road. The department says if you're going to pass one of their plows, be sure to do it from the left lane. For residential plowing, a reminder to park on the odd-numbered side of the street and to remove RVs or anything else that might be out in the road.
And those plows have their work cut out for them this weekend.
Right.
Over the passes especially. We have got some heavy snow on the way. And if we take a live look at our downtown sky cam over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena, look real close over by the Spokane Civic Theater. You can tell it's snowing in the street lamps, but otherwise it doesn't look like it. And we're starting to see some snow on the roads here in downtown. Earlier this evening, the roads were clear. We just had the snow on the parking lot. All of that is just to say that it is snowing. A little bit of snow happening in Coeur d'Alene. This is US 95 in Henley, and this is in Sandpoint, coming down pretty good. You can see the big fat flakes there at US 2 and Boyer, and it's going to be a good next 48 hours up at Schweitzer in terms of snow. So here's a look at our radar. We've got some light snow in progress now. This is going to leave in general in the inch range, give or take a couple of tenths of an inch through tomorrow morning's commute, and then we're going to get a break. Forecast radar starting off at 6 a.m. with some hit and miss snow showers, but in general a lull in the action. And then we're going to bring in this next round of snow that, here's 10 a.m. is going to be especially heavy down on the Palouse and for that matter around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene right around noon. By 2 p.m. computer model has most of that snow out of the way, so maybe a tricky drive to get the kids from school, but hopefully crews can get a handle on it by the evening commute. Then by 9 p.m. we get our next round of snow. Now the model wants to bring in a little bit of rain mixing in with this snow, but I think it is not going to be the case. I think we'll keep this going as snow right on through Saturday morning before we start to see more of a rain-snow mix. Here are some snowfall totals through Sunday afternoon, up to 4 in Spokane, up to 7 in Coeur d'Alene, up to 9 inches in Sandpoint, 5 in Pullman as well as Colville. And the past forecast in the feet of snow in Snoqualmie and especially Stevens. Foot of snow at 4th of July possible, and a foot and a half for Lookout Pass. The snow level is climbing rapidly. Once we get into Saturday, by the afternoon it will be up 2,400 feet. That is the very top of the South Hill, actually a little bit above. 5,000 feet Sunday. That takes it up about to lodge level at many of the ski areas, and 7,000 feet on Monday. That is the top of the mountains. We do have winter storm warnings for the central panhandle until Sunday at 4. It is a winter weather advisory for the area shaded in blue for all the way through Saturday at 4. Light snow tonight, 22 for an overnight low. We'll be in the teens in some of the outlying areas. 32 for a high tomorrow with more snow on the way, and temperatures getting above freezing in some spots. So we may see more of a rain-snow mix in a few areas. Breezy on Saturday, and then we are in the 40s through the rest of the 7-day forecast. We're going to be melting some snow and seeing some rain. I think it'll be a net loss in the valleys, but hopefully we'll be able to hold on to some of that snow in the mountains.
And look at that. Every single day we can expect at least some participation.
Every single day.
All right. Chris, thank you. Well, new changes are coming from FAFSA. The form students and their parents have to fill out to determine college financial aid eligibility. Senator Patty Murray led the charge on this reform. The new version of the form is supposed to be a lot less paperwork. It also means over 14,000 low-income students across the state will be eligible for college financial aid for the very first time.
You can really sum up what this means for students in 4 simple words: less paperwork, more help.
Senator Murray's office says the new FAFSA form will no longer take hours to fill out. With last year's funding bill, 23,000 students in Washington will also be eligible for the maximum Pell Grant, which is about $7,400. The new FAFSA is expected to roll out at the end of December. Well, a mother and son from Arkansas are taking on the video game industry, claiming some companies are intentionally addicting kids to their games. 21-year-old Preston Johnson and his mother, Elizabeth Jones, claim in the lawsuit the games he plays, including Fortnite, Roblox, and Minecraft, are specifically developed and designed to cause the addiction experienced by him and other users.
That's our goal, to make the video game industry defendants accountable for what they've done to the youth in our country.
The lawsuit claiming as a result of gaming addiction, Johnson experienced severe emotional distress, loss of friends, inability to limit game playing time, depression, and withdrawal symptoms like rage and anger.
At one point, I took away the modem altogether, and he went downstairs and screamed so loud, the neighbors called Child Protective Services because they thought I was abusing him.
Internet gaming disorder is listed as a condition by the American Psychiatric Association, and experts say the diagnosis would depend on the level of distress it causes. While many experts agree it needs more studies, some psychologists say issues with internet gaming may not be a unique disorder, but a symptom of something else, like depression or even autism. The Entertainment Software Association argues that billions of people enjoy playing video games as part of a healthy, balanced lifestyle. Well, robots combined with human cells. It sounds like science fiction, but scientists are making it a reality. What they hope to achieve coming up on Nightside.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. The big beefy boy that started it all. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
I'm Jonah, and I'd like to welcome you to the brand new Coeur d'Alene Nissan. You'll find the grand dealership lobby open, comfortable, and relaxing. A service center with state-of-the-art equipment committed to getting you quickly and safely back on the road. There's much more to experience. I'm inviting you to stop in and see us. We're just off Highway 95 in Coeur d'Alene.
Today, Grady turns 1. Already he plans to wrestle alligators, try his hand at the culinary arts, and explore the world. With the Get College Saving Program, you can start saving for their future anywhere in the country. Don't borrow your children's future, build it at 529.wa.gov.
Spokane's grand holiday tradition lives at Christmas Tree Elegance in the Davenport Hotel and River Park Square. Fabulous packages raffled to support our symphony.
We want a tree.
We want a tree, and so can you.
Bounce from one doctor to the next. Does it have to be like this?
At Kaiser Permanente, we have a different kind of health care.
So, how did you like that?
Where all of us work together for all that is you.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. A classic, a favorite, an Arby's legend. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
4 News Now is brought to you by Visit Downtown Coeur d'Alene this holiday season.
All right, new on Nightside, an outbreak of pneumonia in children has hit Ohio. 142 children in Warren County have been infected since August. The county medical director says they were alerted to the rise by local school districts. Thankfully, they have not seen an uptick in hospital admissions or deaths. The CDC says they are monitoring the situation, but there are no unusual patterns of pneumonia nationwide. The CDC director testified before Congress saying that surge is not due to a new virus.
We do not believe this is a new or novel pathogen. We believe this is all existing, meaning COVID, flu, RSV.
And China has been hit with its first cold and flu season since lifting its COVID restrictions, but there is no indication any new viruses or bacteria are spreading from country to country. Future treatment of serious health conditions may soon involve tiny living robots created from human cells. They're called anthrobots. A team of scientists created them using human cells from the trachea, specifically because those cells are covered with cilia, which are tiny hair-like projections. The cells grew into clumps in a lab dish and used the cilia to move around. Those cell clumps were tested to see if they could move over damaged human neurons. Not only were they able to, the anthrobots encourage growth to the damaged region of the neurons. The scientists hope one day they'll be able to help heal wounds or damaged tissue. Pretty cool. Well, a pair of Washington State football players are leaving the program. The latest details coming up next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. 4 News Now. Expect more on air, online, and on the app.
Ready, set, glow!
It's raining Christmas!
Sunday, it's an all-new light fight you'll love a whole lot.
That is so incredible.
With the biggest, highest, and most high-tech display ever.
400 drones! Oh my God.
The Great Christmas Light Fight, Sunday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
It's the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan Service and Parts Center. We're ready to keep your car in the best condition possible so you can drive with confidence. From express service to more advanced diagnostics and repairs, our certified technicians deliver expert service and advice. We also have an inventory of factory Nissan parts. You can personalize your vehicle with accessories tailored to your Nissan. Parts and service at the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan right off Highway 95.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
The holidays inspire us all to connect. With family, with friends, no matter what the road throws at you. So find the connection you're looking for this winter in a new SUV with standard all-wheel drive during the Mazda Season of Inspiration sales event.
With effortless power and the reliability of iActive all-wheel drive, Mazda CUVs are built for the Pacific Northwest. Take a test drive today at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
Everything is bigger in Texas, especially for the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks were playing their biggest game of the season, and a win over the Dallas Cowboys would snap a 2-game losing streak and keep the Seahawks on pace for a playoff spot with a very tough schedule ahead. Dallas coming into tonight red hot, winners of 3 straight. It felt like a must-win for the Seahawks, and they got off to a great start. Smith looking to lead the charge downfield, but just had to get rid of it somehow. Incomplete, turn to 35. Seattle is now hanging on to that last wild card spot by half a game.
You look at, just trying to finish, wasn't able to get that done. So, back to the drawing boards, back to practice, and, hopefully we'll keep continuing to get better.
College football transfer portal opens on Monday. Washington State has already had a number of players leave the program, but the biggest name so far is wide receiver Josh Kelly. Kelly was one of the top receivers for the Cougars. He appeared in every game and was the Cougars' leading receiver with 923 yards and 8 touchdowns. Kelly transferred to WSU from Fresno State this past season, and he will have 1 year of eligibility remaining. Along with Kelly, some of the other notable transfers include defensive tackle Tristan Souza, defensive back Javon Robinson, and linebacker Ahmad McCullough. We'll keep you updated on the transfer portal throughout the offseason right here on 4 News Now. And Cougars wide receiver Lincoln Victor has declared for the NFL draft. Victor is coming off his best season at Washington State. He led the Pac-12 with 89 catches. He also had 6 touchdowns this season. Victor is most likely on his way to all-conference honors. And the final Pac-12 championship game couldn't be any bigger. 2 of the biggest brands in the country, Oregon and Washington, playing for a spot in the college football playoff. The Huskies beat the Ducks by 3 points in Seattle earlier this season, but Oregon is favored by 10 points coming into this game. The matchup also features two of the favorites for the Heisman Trophy, Oregon quarterback Bo Nix and Washington quarterback Michael Penix Jr. The Huskies will need to beat Oregon for a second time if they want a chance to play for a national title.
This is what we work for. You know, since January 3rd when we had our first team meeting, you know, guys deciding to come back. It was to win a championship, you know, and you don't talk a lot about it once you get into the season. And now we get to, you know, focus on the next game, and that next game's the championship game that we've had our sights set on since day one.
And it's a 5 o'clock kickoff tomorrow right here on KXLY.
It's interesting that even though the Huskies won the first game, everybody's picking the Ducks now, and by like more than a touchdown.
Maybe the Ducks got a little extra tape on what the Cougs almost did to the Huskies over the Apple Cup, because that one was close, so we'll see.
We'll take the assist any way we can get it. All right, all right, back with more Nightside after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account. I get paid every time I buy something. It's like a bonus for me.
Too much turkey? Cut the calories and shop the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Find huge savings store-wide. And the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 4 years, no interest. Hurry, the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
If your community group or organization would like to receive job posting notices from the KXLY Broadcast Group, please contact our Human Resources Department at 509-324-4000 to request future notices. KXLY Broadcast Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or hauling a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
This time of year, conditions can change drastically in minutes. For weather that extreme, you need the 4 News Now First Alert Weather Team. Online, on the air, and on the app. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Too much turkey? Cut the calories and shop the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Find huge savings store-wide. And the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 4 years, no interest. Hurry, the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
We've got light snow happening now. You'll get a break tomorrow morning and then more coming in the afternoon. It's going to be tricky driving. That temperature, gosh, it's just warm enough so you get that melting and freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing.
Yeah, even like driving around today, there's some of those corners. I'm like, I don't know what's, coming up there.
Yeah.
So do be careful on the roads. We want you to be safe wherever it is you're heading in. We'll see you all tomorrow.